Good evening, everyone. Welcome. My name is Eric Lerez. I'm the National Coordinator for the Brahma Kumaris in Canada, and really happy to welcome you all tonight. So welcome. It's going to be an evening of information, inspiration, and experience. I'd like to do a little special little thing for us tonight. Most of you have a magic device called a cell phone hidden somewhere. And that cell phone is going to beep at the wrong time, and you're going to feel so embarrassed. So to save you from that, I will invite you gently to really turn off your cell phones and put them on, silent mode. Would be really appreciated. Also, during the evening, if you can avoid using flash, it would be appreciated also. We really, like everyone's cooperation. Before we hear from Sister Shivani, we want to create an atmosphere. Do we know how we create an atmosphere? Now we move from the world outside and we are here together. Some are really all the way up, almost in the sky. Others are here. And we want to feel that we are together in a beautiful living room. Is that possible? Yeah? It's not such a big room, right? This is like our private living room that we want to feel the warmth, the closeness, and the friendship between all of us. So to create an atmosphere, there's a beautiful way we can use is to listen to a magic song. I'm sure many of you know that song. It's a song taken from a very famous film called Lagan. And we have the privilege to have a professional singer who very kindly accepted to be with us tonight and share her voice. She has a very haunting voice, magic voice. And her wonders is that she can go from pop to rock to classical Indian music. But tonight she's going to take us into a chant of invocation. And so if we want to experience Sister Shivani beyond words, but also in a state of experience, it's nice to invoke the magic of her presence. So I'd like to invite singer Kirti Atneja, who is going to sing a beautiful song for us. So Kirti, please welcome.
Check. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Are you guys excited? My name is Kirti, and I thought I'd sing a little bit of a song from Lagan, and I thought it'd be the perfect fit for this evening. So I hope you all enjoy. निर्गुण और न्यारे तुमरे बिन हमरा कोनो नाही हमरे उलझन सुलझाओ भगवन तुमरे बिन हमरा कोनो नाही तुम्हें हमका हो संभाले तुम्हें हमरे रखवाले तुमरे बिन हमरा कोनो नाही तुमरे बिन हमरा कोनो नाही चंदा में तुम्हें तो भरे हो चांदनी सूरज में उजाला तुम सितारे भगवन ये जीवन तुम्हें ना सवारोगे तो क्या कोई सवारे हो पालनहारे निर्गुण और न्यारे तुमरे बिन हमरा कोनो नहीं चंदा में तुम्हें तो भरे हो चांदनी सूरज में उछाला तुम्हें से ये गगन है मगन तुम्हें तो दिए हो सितारे भगवन ये जीवन तुम्हें ना सवारोगे तो क्या कोई सवारे हो पालनहारे निर्गुण और न्यारे तुमरे बिन हमरा कोनो नहीं तुमरे बिन हमरा कोनो नहीं Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, Liz. I know you all know Sister Shivani, but how many of you really know about the Brahma Kumaris and what we do? Yeah? Good. All right. So for those of you who haven't heard, the Brahma Kumaris is a world organization dealing with spiritual awakening. And we find that the best contribution we can provide and offer the world is a new thinking that can change the way we act, the way we are. And we believe strongly that everything starts with your mind. And I know sometimes we lose our mind, but hopefully we'll always find it somewhere. And when we find our mind, which is very nice, it's good to train our mind, to give our mind a chance to experience inner peace or inner power. But what we hear is that most people tell us this is very nice, but it's very difficult, and I can't concentrate, and I can't meditate. Is that your case? Are you all super yogis, or are you finding sometimes a little bit complicated? I'm sure you want to hear methods, right, from Sister Shivani and ways to improve the way we think. And when we understand that we are what we think, we pay more attention to how we think. And the Brahma Kumaris have been for over 8 years now serving the world and introducing the teachings of Raj Yoga in a very beautiful, beautiful way. I started my journey with the Brahma Kumaris when I was 21 in Montreal. And I was searching for a deeper meaning in life. And of course, when I found an Indian organization, my grandmother, who is a very strong Catholic, sent me a beautiful letter saying, "My dear little Eric, be careful, this is India." They have strange gurus over there. And I say, "Grandma, don't worry, I'm going to India because I want an experience." She was so worried. Years later, she kept telling me, "Eric, don't leave the Brahma Kumaris, you're doing good." And she asked me one day, "Do Brahma Kumaris like Jesus?" I say, "Of course, Grandma, this is very nice, I'm very close to him now, much closer than before." So, okay, that's good, keep going. And it is a very strange organization in a way because very unknown. The concepts needs to be understood. And externally, of course, there are many signs sometimes of the Brahma Kumaris, particularly in the 40s and 50s. It was a little bit a revolution to bring new concepts, to offer women a chance to become spiritual leaders. It was not very popular at the time. Today we recognize that the vision of the founder, Prajapita Brahma, the visions that he had over 8 years ago has brought the organization where it is today. It's one of the largest spiritual organizations run by women. We encourage people from all different backgrounds, all different religions, all different belief systems, all professions, all castes, all races to join and to really tap into the power of the consciousness. And I know we hear a lot about it. I'm sure you've heard so many different groups and speeches and lectures. TED Talk is now so popular, and there is almost one every minute being created. But what we hope to achieve tonight is to bring you into an experience. And most of you know Sister Shivani. How many of you know Sister Shivani? Yeah? How close and personal do you know her? Have you ever had her in your living room? No. Okay, tonight is the night, right? So she'll be in your personal living room, but your living room is here and also in the center of your forehead. So the Brahma Kumaris now are active in more than 140 countries in the world, over 5,000 centers. We do have also here many local volunteers, and the whole program tonight has been really made possible because of all the volunteers and so many hands. You'll be receiving when you go out some sweets that have been cooked with love, offered to God with love, and they will be served to you with love. There has been so much preparation for tonight's event. And those volunteers have been also supported by very generous sponsors. Many of the sponsors are here tonight, and we cannot thank you enough for making this possible. Some of you may feel that you want to contribute. There will be donation box also at the end. If anyone wants to make a contribution, you're very welcome. We also have a literature shop that will be set up outside when you leave the program. I'm telling you everything because I'm going to disappear and I'm not going to come back again because I'm going to go in the living room to sit with you and enjoy Sister Shivani. And before I do that, I'd like to introduce you also the center coordinator for the local activities here in Vancouver and also in British Columbia. And I'd like to invite Claudia Bierschanich to come and just say a few words on behalf of all the volunteers here in Vancouver and BC that are making this program possible. So Claudia, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to have all of you here. I'm thinking you are very happy to be here too, right? For so long time, and many people used to ask me, when is Sister Shivani coming? And I say, oh, I don't know, but today she is here. So that's an honor to have her here. The Brahma Kumaris in Vancouver started 35 years ago. And then after, and we stay in one place in Monmouth for 22 years. And from that one, we spread. Nowadays, we have a place for class in Surrey, place for class in Abbotsford, and then also in Victoria and New Westminster. So what we are trying to do is help as much as possible to all those souls who are looking for having a better life, easy life. So our teachers make lots of effort to help everyone, although we have our job and everything, but still we take our time, free time, to help the community. This is more like a community job than anything else. And we don't help the community, we help ourselves. Because by giving, you receive, right? So then I don't want to talk too much, but I want to tell you that when you look for something and you want to know about us, go to our website and you find out more about our programs. Okay? Om Shanti.
Thank you, Claudia. I'd like also to acknowledge the presence of each one of you. Everyone's presence is a gift for tonight's special program, but also to welcome the Honorable Consul General of India, Mrs. Abhilasha Joshi, and her husband, Mr. Nitin Joshi. So welcome, a very, very special welcome. We'd like also to welcome our Member of Parliament, Mr. Sukh Dhaliwal, and the Member of the Legislative Assembly, Mrs. Jenny Sims. So a very, very special welcome as well. And now, we want to experience the awakening of inner peace and inner power. Just before I invite Sister Shivani to walk on stage, we felt that we'd like to take you into an experience to begin with. And the first part of that experience will be a beautiful dance performed by two sisters, Judy Rich and Tanya Rich. One lives in Edmonton, in Calgary, one lives in Montreal. And this also represents presence from the whole country. The fact that Sister Shivani is here tonight brought a beautiful thought in our minds this morning. And we felt if we had to invite God to come and say hello on earth, would there be a better place than here tonight? You know, he might be interested in spending some time with us. So we feel that spirituality, sacredness, and our own personal journey can benefit from an experience of peace and power. So the dance will be performed, and right after the dance, we'll invite Sister Shivani to walk on stage, and she will take us into an experience of meditation for a few minutes. I really hope you enjoy tonight's presentation, that you open your heart, open your mind, don't close your eyes, because that might be a little snoring moment. So just keep it very easy, enjoy the evening, and thank you again for coming. So let's go for an experience and the awakening of inner peace and inner power. Good night. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good evening. At the Brahma Kumaris, every time we meet each other, we greet each other with Om Shanti. A very simple word with a very profound meaning. Most of us have often used this word, and we often say at the end of our prayer, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. कहते हैं ना ऐसा? Yes? Huh? But one is to say Om Shanti, and the other is to be Om Shanti. And Om Shanti means I am a peaceful being. So let's take a moment of silence and just sit back. Brother Eric was just sharing with us that many of us want to be peaceful, and yet we believe that it's difficult. Anyone here believes it's difficult? Is it easy to be peaceful or is it difficult to be peaceful? Hanji? Difficult. It's easy to be stressed or difficult to be stressed? We find the difficult thing easier and the easy thing difficult. Huh? So we say it's easier to be stressed but difficult to be peaceful. A brother came to the center and he met Dadi Janki, who's the administrative head of the Brahma Kumaris. And she very sweetly said to him, just be in attention, that I should not create a single thought. And he looked at her and he said, Dadi, it's not possible to be in attention throughout the day. She said, it's your choice. You can either choose to be in tension throughout the day or you can choose to be in attention throughout the day, because one of the two you anyways have to do. You know? The same thing, we believe it's easier to be stressed but difficult to be peaceful. And yet, we want peace. But there is a barrier which is not allowing us to experience it. And that barrier is, it is difficult. When I create a thought, it's difficult, then to experience it will become. How many of you were feeling that peace when Sister sang that beautiful song? How many of you were feeling at peace that time? And feeling at peace when we had those angels on the stage? And what did we do to feel that? What did we do? Nothing. 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 They were at peace. They were creating high energy words, and they were radiating their high energy vibrations with their high energy words, and within a few seconds we were at peace. Can we do that throughout the day also? And yet, if we invite someone right now who in 30 seconds can create low energy emotions with low energy words, and how long will it take for us to shift from peace to disturbance? How long will it take to shift from peace to disturbance? And that means changing our energy, shifting our emotion, shifting that inner experience doesn't take years, but it takes only, how much time does it take to shift from here to here and here, back here? How much time does it take? Few seconds. So when we start meditation, sometimes people say, how long will it take for me to experience that inner peace? So what do you think? How long will it take? Hanji? As long as you let it take. And which means who's the master? We are the master. Let's sit back and consciously create a few right thoughts. We will create it. And let's watch whether our mind is ready to follow the instruction we give it. Let's see if it happens. Ready? Ready? Easy. It's very easy. How many of you have ever given instructions to other people's minds? Do this, don't do this. Do this, don't do this. Kiya kabhi? Yes. And do they listen to us? Huh? No? If people didn't listen to you, nothing would be happening here, right? Of course people listen to you. You say do this, they say yes. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ये है कि एक बार में नहीं करेंगे तो दूसरी बार में कर देंगे. Everything that we are doing outside is a result of someone else's mind obeying my instruction. All the work that's happening, all the magic that's happening outside is because of someone else's mind obeying my instruction. All the magic that's going to happen inside is when my mind obeys my instruction. We know how to give instructions to other people. Meditation is about learning the art to building a beautiful relationship with my own self, where my mind starts listening to what I say to it. And most important, I learn what's the right thing to say to my mind. Because sometimes, when we are not aware, the mind is following the instruction, but we are not giving the right instruction. And if I keep giving the wrong instruction, and my mind keeps following the wrong instruction, then that is what is manifesting into reality. Sit back and give an instruction to your mind. The next 1 hour is for me, myself. It's my time. The only one person I will think about in the next 1 hour is me, myself. I take care of a lot of people around me. But today, I've taken out time for me, myself. I love myself. I respect myself. I don't need anything from anyone outside. I have everything I have ever wanted. I am peace. It's my nature. It is who I am. I don't need anything outside to be my way for me to experience my peace. It's my nature. Peace is my nature. It's my sanskar. It's who I am. In every scene of life, I use my sanskar of peace. It's the one ingredient which flows in every scene of my life. It is who I am, and it is what I will use with everyone, always. I am a peaceful being. Om Shanti. Let's check what we have, what we don't have. I need to check myself. How many of you feel that you have a sanskar of peace? How many of you have a sanskar of peace? Sanskar of peace. How many of you have a sanskar of irritation? How is it that the hand goes higher up, easier in this option? Why is it that I'm more sure whether I have a sanskar of irritation, but not very sure whether I have a sanskar of peace? Is there anyone who can create irritation 24/7? Yes? No. So those moments when I'm not irritated, when I'm not disturbed, when I'm not upset, when I'm not angry, when I'm not hurt, what am I that time? What am I that time? I'm at peace. How many of us have the sanskar of peace? See, अपना ही बैंक बैलेंस नहीं पता. When we hear the word peace, we think it's some amazing, strange feeling which I haven't experienced since very long. Because everybody in the world seems to be talking about it. I want peace, I want peace, I want peace. And many people have said it takes many, many lifetimes to find peace. So we thought it's some very exclusive thing which we don't have. What is peace? When I'm not irritated, when I'm not angry, when I'm not upset, when I'm not hurt, when I'm not jealous, I am peace. So do I have a sanskar of peace? Yes. Now, I have a sanskar of peace, I have a sanskar of irritation. Right? So I have both. So it's like a CD here which has both the songs. Which has both the songs. So I have a song of peace and patience, and I have a song of irritation. Here comes a scenario. I have to choose which song to play in that scene. Yes? Yes? And then one scene, after that another scene, and then another scene, and in every scene I only have to choose which song to play. Now, here is this program. The sister who came to sing on the stage, which song did she choose to sing? The song which she felt was apt for this scene. Had she used another song, what would you have said? क्या कहते आप? हाँ? हाँ? क्या कहते आप? आप कहते, this song is not right for this moment. So she knows a lot of songs. She can sing Hindi movie songs, she can sing English movie songs, she can sing rap music. Yeah, that's what you said. She can sing. She knows everything. But more important is not to know everything, but important is to choose the right song for the right moment. And the one who chooses the right song for the right moment is the intelligent one. Emotional intelligence means to choose the right thought, the right feeling for the right moment. Now, let me select which are the moments of my life in which I have to choose irritation. She's so sweet. She said, हमें पता नहीं चलता, अपने आप shift हो जाते. Which means I'm not choosing my song. The song is playing on its own. Yeah, how many of you feel I'm not choosing the song of irritation? It just goes. Huh? How many feel they've shifted from conscious choosing of song to an automated way of living? Hanji? All of us, nahi hota. Never ever say all of us. Say I. Why do we say all of us? It feels little better. If I say I don't have control over myself, my songs are playing on their own, it feels a little, there's something wrong with me. But when I say all of us don't have control over ourselves, it feels फिर तो ठीक है ना, सब बढ़िया, बड़ा कमाल. And when all of us are not able to do something, then that something becomes the right way of living. Because all of us are living that way. When will I shift from a conscious choosing of a sanskar to an automated way of living? When I don't choose to create irritation, irritation just happens. I don't choose to create anger, anger just happens. When would I reach that stage? For example, the first time when you started to learn how to drive a car. How many of you know how to drive the car? Good. And how many of you first learned how to drive the car in India? Because it's a slightly different way of driving. That's the reason. ऐसे नहीं है. The first time I learned to drive the car, what do? We only drive the car. If someone starts talking to us while we're driving the car, we say, how many of you were listening to the radio the first time you were learning to drive the car? No. How many of you had a quick phone call while you were learning to drive the car? No. And I'm sure none of you were eating your sandwich while you were learning to drive the car on the first day. We were not. What were we doing on the first day? We were only driving the car. The mind, the intellect was only driving the car. After 15 days, I can listen to the radio. I can talk to the person sitting next to me in the car. I can eat my sandwich. And I can also have a quick phone call. How many of you can do this while driving the car? Good. If I am talking to someone on the phone, I am eating my sandwich, I am talking to the person sitting next to me, and I'm also listening to the radio, then who is driving the car? Who's driving the car? The sanskar which I have created in the first 15 days has now shifted into the automated mode. I don't need to use my mind. I don't need to use my intellect. The sanskar has been created. I can do other things while the sanskar is working in life. If I was driving on a new route, I would use my mind and intellect to see where to go. 15 days on the same route, I don't need my mind and intellect to see the route. And before I know, I'm home. So who was seeing the route? The sanskar of driving on the same route. And then one day you shifted from India and you came to Vancouver, a slightly different way of driving the car. Again, for the first few days, you cannot talk on the phone, you cannot talk to people, you cannot listen to the radio, you only need to drive the car. Because what were we doing? We were shifting our sanskar from what it already was to creating a slightly different sanskar. How much time did it take to shift from that way of driving to a new way of driving? How much time did it take you? How much time did it take you? Few days. 5 days? 10 days? Yes? Yes? 15 days? That's it. When I'm sitting in the car here and I look at everyone driving the car, I get so scared. I said, what is this happening? This car is coming from here and this car is coming. How can they drive like this? Because that sanskar is not here. I just don't know how it's driven here. Why? Because I haven't taken out the time to create that sanskar. And if so, somebody wants to ask me now, can you drive here? I say, impossible. I can't drive. Because I did not take out those few days which you took out to create that new sanskar. Now, I could live the rest of my life in this country and say, I don't know how to drive the car. Because I did not take the few days to create a new sanskar. How much time does it take to change a way of living? How much time would it take to change a sanskar? How much time would it take to change a sanskar? Few days. Now, for many, many years, I have been using the response of irritation every time situations and people were not my way. We don't use irritation when people and situations are our way. We only use that sanskar when people are not my way, right? Anyone getting irritated in perfect situations? नहीं, कुछ लोग हो जाते हैं आजकल, इसलिए कुछ हो जाते हैं, because when something goes in an automatic loop, people are getting irritated even in perfect situations. And फिर लोग कहते हैं खिजने की तो आदत ही पड़ गई है इनको. This is their nature. They are just irritated for no reason. They don't need a reason to get irritated, which means the song is not playing once in a while. The song has become the background music of their life. But even if that song has become the background music of my life, I can still change my song. Yes or no? Paka? So never, ever, 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 ever say for any habit or for any sanskar, I cannot change this habit. Never, ever. Never, ever. Because when I say to myself, it's very difficult, I cannot change this, I'm putting the barrier there for me. And that thought will never allow me to change the sanskar because I said to myself, it's my nature, I cannot change. We have all changed many habits, and changing a habit is the simplest thing to do. Why is changing the habit the simplest thing to do? Why is changing the habit a simplest thing to do? Very good. It's the only one thing which is totally dependent on me. I'm not dependent on anyone outside. I'm not dependent on the weather. I'm not dependent on resources. And most important, it comes for free. इससे अच्छा क्या हो सकता है? The only thing for which I'm only dependent on myself and I need nothing and no one else outside is to change a habit. But we find it easier to construct this auditorium. Easy है hall बनाना ये? What is easier, to construct this hall or to give up the sanskar of anger? What's easier, to construct this hall or to give up the sanskar of anger? इतना सोचेंगे? What is easier, to construct this hall or to give up the sanskar of anger? To give up the sanskar of anger? And which means every time I need to pause and tell myself, I've created so many miracles in the outside world. There's so much we've done in the outside world. How can I call changing a sanskar difficult? It's the easiest thing to do. So please bless yourself by saying the easiest thing to do is to change a sanskar. थोड़ा सा conviction से, ऊपर ऊपर से नहीं. It has to come from within. Full faith, conviction. The easiest thing to do is to change a sanskar. Why is it the easiest thing to do? Because I've done it many, many times. There is nobody who's never changed a sanskar. And which means there's no one who's ever changed a habit. It could be a simple habit like what time I wake up in the morning. Has anyone ever changed their habit of what time they wake up in the morning, or they've woken up the same time since the time they were? No. We've changed the time we wake up, we change the time we sleep, we change what we eat, we change what we drink. Then why can't we change how we think? It's only a habit. So the easiest thing to do is to change a sanskar. Now, when I believed that people and situations are responsible for how I think. And then my second line of programming said, when people and situations are not my way, then getting irritated is natural. है ना? Natural. It's as simple as when I'm feeling thirsty, drinking water is natural. So now I've done my programming here. When I feel thirsty, drinking water is natural. One programming, and for the rest of my life, whenever I feel thirsty, I'm going to ask for water. Simple. Similarly, I created a programming which said, when people are not my way, Getting irritated is normal, it's natural. Said who? Said the world. Everybody's doing it. And I learnt it because my parents did it that way. And I watched the world doing it that way. And it seems to be the right way. How can I be happy when someone is not my way? Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible? How many of you have ever been peaceful when people are not right to you? You know, sometimes due to position of the person, we cannot express our irritation in words. Yes or no? So we can create our irritation, but it has to be a very hidden emotion. So we have a choice when to express it in words and when not to express it in words, right? Yes? So I choose how to behave with people I work with. I choose how to behave with my spouse. I choose how to behave with my children, right? Even at work, I choose how to behave with someone junior to me, and I choose how to behave with someone senior to me, right? Yes? Someone junior to me must have made a very little mistake, and I can give them 5 lines on that. And someone senior to me could have been really, really, really nasty to me, and I can say, yes, sir. Right? Right? Which is a proof we are choosing how to respond. We haven't yet reached a stage where it's happening all on its own. No. We are choosing how to respond. Now, if I can be nice to my senior who's not nice to me, can I be nice to the one younger to me who's not been right to me? Can I be? Can I be? And then can I go home and be right to my spouse when they are not being right to me? Can I be? It's difficult. Why? Why is it difficult? Why is it difficult? Why is it difficult? It's not difficult. It's just that I say to myself, why do I need to be right to them? But when at work, my mind does not say, why do I need to be right to them? Because my mind says, naukri chahiye na? You want your job? Just smile and come out. So I'm doing it for a reason. Look at the entire hospitality industry. Look at the entire customer care industry. People sometimes can be very rude to them, right? And how do they respond? And how do they respond? Smile remains same. Volume of the voice remains same. Politeness remains same because they have trained their mind that how people behave to me is nothing to do with how I will respond. Hanji? Yes, yes, of course, that's not real. Not real in the sense they're doing it outside, even if they're hurt inside, but they are doing it. They are doing it, yes, and they are one of us. Which means if I choose a programming which says, even if people are not right to me, I can respond right, even on the first stage, outside, not inside, only outside. Don't you think we will save a lot of conflicts even if we respond right outside? Yes, yes. At least the issue will get resolved then and there and put a full stop. Someone says something to me which is not right, I react, then they react, then I double react, then they 5 times react. What good comes out of it? So even if I'm not able to be at peace inside, can I come to the first stage that I will respond right outside? And how many of us have power to do that? All की बात नहीं करनी बिल्कुल भी. Your mind is not listening to you. That's why my first instruction in the meditation was the next 1 hour is for me. Ask yourself, do I have the power to respond in the right manner even if people are not right to me? Do I have the power? Yes. I only have to make the choice, take the decision and respond. Do it once, do it 5 times, do it 10 times, do it 20 times. After that, no effort. After that, no effort. It has shifted into the automated way of living. So my first stage is to make it happen outside. Now, I have to shift at the second stage, where I'm not going to feel bad inside. It's like a simple thing like smoking. If I'm addicted to smoking and I try inside that I want to give it up, I want to give it up, I want to give it up, I'm not able to do it sometimes. So then I try an outer method that, okay, I will not carry it with me. Don't people do that? Yes. I will not sit with people who are smoking. What are we trying to do? If I'm not able to finish something from inside, I'm taking my first little baby steps to finish it outside. Why do I need to finish it outside? Because if I keep smoking, then my habit will get reaffirmed every time and I'll never be able to finish it inside. So even if I finish it outside for few days, then my power to be able to finish it inside will become a little easier. But sometimes we say, if I'm upset inside, why can't I just say it and finish it off? कहते हैं कि नहीं कहते? Why should I keep it to myself? Because medical science says, don't keep anger inside, take it out. And so I take it out every time. Because I want to be healthy, so I take it out every time. But every time that I bring it out, my sanskar of anger is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and that's definitely not shifting me towards health. So let's prepare ourselves every day, and especially let's pick up scenes which are typical patterns where we are reacting on a daily basis. Just sit back 30 seconds, close your eyes, and select some typical scenes which come on a daily basis which I react in. Some are unpredictable, they can happen anytime. Some are very typical scenes where I react almost on a daily basis. It could be on the road, it could be with people at home, something about them, and I react on a daily basis. Select only one scene, only one. And now look at yourself in that scene, and you are preparing your mind right now. Tomorrow, Monday morning, that scene is going to come in my life. It's going to happen. But I'm preparing myself right now that when that scene comes out in the outer world, my response tomorrow is going to be, and now see yourself responding. Only in one scene. And see yourself doing it. I, the peaceful being, using my power to respond the way which is right for me. I'm using my peace and I'm using my power. Okay, Ji, back here. Please raise your hands, those who were able to select a scene. And how many were you able to visualize yourself responding in that scene tomorrow in a different way? And how many of you feel it's possible tomorrow when it comes? That's it. Ho gaya. Ho gaya. Look at all the typical scenes in which we are reacting every day and depleting power. Anyone would like to share their one scene in 30 seconds? Hanji sister, 30 seconds. Bataiye. What upsets you? There are scissors over there where I don't want them to be. Yes. Very good. I've already tried asking them many times to not do what I don't like. So that part of the project is over. That is over. They are not even ready to do such a small thing for me to change this place where they're going to keep the scissor everywhere. Why aren't they ready to change in spite of having suggested, requested, instructed, ordered? Why aren't they ready to change? Why aren't they ready to change? Why aren't they ready to change? Because they feel it's right to keep it there. Finished. So that first part of the project is over, trying to ask them to change. Second part. So tomorrow morning, very good. Tomorrow morning, I'm just going to pick up the scissor and keep it away myself. What a huge achievement. It's something very simple. It's something very simple. And while here, we can laugh about it. And yet, had she not done this, tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning, she's going to create irritation. What a way to begin the day. And then day after tomorrow morning, obviously she will create irritation because the scissor was not in the right place. And then she will tell her mind, every time the scissor is not in the right place, getting irritated is normal. And then she will create irritation every day till 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 the last moment of her life. And सबसे risky come. If I do not change my sanskar till the last day, I will leave this costume, take another one, and then that child, 2 years old, will see the scissor there. And the mummy is going to say, Bacha, why are you getting so irritated because of a scissor? Say, Mom, getting irritated is normal. The scissor is not in the right place. And then the mother is going to say, why is my child being like that? Because she does not know that the soul got that sanskar of irritation responding to scissor right from. Simple. Now, 30 seconds, closed her eyes, looked at the situation, scissor not in the right place. I have two ways of responding. Either I get irritated or I just accept they are not ready to change. I will not waste my inner power because other people are not ready to do what is right according to me, not what is right according universally. It's just not right according to me. According to the other person, it may be the very right way to be. So tomorrow, sister, tomorrow, you will keep the scissor in the right place, but you will keep it peacefully. Because I can get irritated and say, okay, I will teach her what is the right way to be. No. It's not about what we're doing outside. We do a lot of right things outside. More important is to create the right energy while we're doing the right things outside. So tomorrow I will keep the scissor in the right place with peace and dignity. Now, 30 seconds scene. of keeping the scissor in the right place, I have used my sanskar of peace. After 10 minutes, there is going to be another scene in my life, which is not going to be my way. But 10 minutes back, which was the song that was playing? Peace. So the chances of me using that same song in the next scene goes much higher. And then 30 minutes after that, I'm on the road. Traffic is not my way. But I've already used the sanskar of peace in my first two scenes in the morning. So the possibility of me using the sanskar of peace in the third scene will increase. And then I'm at work. And then at work, people are not my way. But I will start using the sanskar of peace. And then from 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening, 10 times people were not my way, but I used the sanskar of peace. And 7 o'clock in the evening, when I come back to family, when I come back to my children, I come home a happy, peaceful being. Because that's what I want to radiate to them. But if 6 a.m. in the morning, the first scene would have started with irritation, then in the next scene, the chances of getting irritated are higher. On the road, traffic not my way, obviously I'll get irritated, higher. Then 7 a.m., who's the parent who's coming home? Lower frequency. And when I, the parent, reach home at a lower frequency, what do I give my children? And then when I see them vibrating at a lower frequency, I am very concerned and worried for my children, and I lower my frequency by now creating worry. So it started with irritation, then it shifted to worry. So how many of us are going to change the song tomorrow in that scene? Inner power. We are programmed with a very deep belief system. How you behave is how I will respond. I am programmed to a belief system that if someone walks up in the middle of the program, I get disturbed. So he stood up, obviously I'll get irritated. Right or wrong? No? Why? How can they get up in the middle of a program? How can they do that? How can they do that? They disrespected me. They don't love me. They don't care for me. They don't value me. They just got up and walked out. Were they right? Were they right? No. Were they right? Am I right that I'm feeling bad? It's so easy to give people advice, na? No. Good. Same way when your spouse doesn't behave the way you want them to be, don't get upset. Same way. Why do you say no to me? Because right there you say, it's okay, someone walks out. They have something to attend to. Probably they have a reason why they walked out. Probably they don't feel like sitting. It's okay. Why are you getting upset? Hai na? Because we are all jnani souls. We understand this, that the other person is going to behave out of their sanskar. And our role is to understand them. And to understand that they have a reason for being the way they are. They have a reason for doing what they are doing. Why should I get upset if somebody is walking out? Same way. Same way. It could be something as simple as walking out. It could be something bigger like walking out of my life. People will not always be my way. People will not always be my way. I can choose whether I want to live the life of a victim who goes on saying, they don't love me, they don't respect me, they don't care for me, no one loves me, no one respects me. They will still walk out. Whether it's walk out of a hall or whether it's walk out of my life. I don't know what's going to be the next scene in my life. I don't know. And neither can I control people. Power doesn't mean being able to control people. Power means being able to choose the right response when situations are not my way. And if I choose that right response, when somebody walks out of the hall, 100% I'll be able to choose the same response when something bigger than that happens in my life. Why? Because I created the sanskar in the simpler, smaller situations of life. Big situations in life, once in a while. Small, insignificant situations in life, many times during the day. How does a sanskar get created? How does a sanskar get created? By how I respond repeatedly. Many of us are very, very strong when there is a challenge in our life. Hana? Hai ki nahi? When there's a challenge in our life, when there's a crisis in our life, we are very strong. But if someone didn't offer me a glass of water, I get hurt. See? This is how it is. Why? Because I know that when something big happens, I have to face this situation, I have to cross this crisis. But when someone doesn't offer me a glass of water, I get hurt because I expected them to be my way and I give up my power at that time. How I respond to the simpler scenes of life is what is going to create a sanskar. When you give me this advice that I should not feel bad when somebody walks out, you're just telling me that how I feel here is nothing to do with how they are behaving, right? Right? And is this an equation which is applicable every time in life? Yes? Yes? Situations? Bring out your right hand and place a situation of your life there. Anything. As small as the scissor, as small as somebody walking out of the hole, or something much, much bigger than that. Just place your situation there. And now bring out your other hand and place your state of mind there in response to that situation. One hand has the situation, the other hand has my response, the state of my mind, my thoughts, my feelings, my words, my behavior. Are these two hands connected? Is my response dependent on the situation? Yes? Is my response dependent on my situation? Sure. Can I choose the response which is right for me even if the situation is not right for me? Yes? And when I start doing that, which response do you think you will choose? You will choose that what you want, and we want peace, love, happiness, health, harmony. But if I lived my life believing that what I'm feeling is because of the situation, then I don't choose my response. I just start saying, obviously they walked out, obviously I'll get hurt. Don't we use the word obvious? Don't we use the word natural? Don't we use the word normal? It's normal to feel bad when somebody walks out of the hall. And yet all of you said, no. Why? Because right now you're detached from that situation. That situation is not a part of your life. And when I'm detached from the situation, I can see the right response. But when that situation is my situation, I don't look at that situation from a detached perspective. I'm so attached to that situation, and I believe that it is the situation which creates my thought. And I said, if somebody walks out, I feel bad, it's normal. And sometimes my family and friends also endorse my hurt. Yeah, they just sit around with me, hold my hand and say, obviously you'll feel bad somebody walked out. That's it. I need only that endorsement at that time. And if even one person endorses my pain, I don't then find the need to change. Because they told me that how I'm responding is absolutely right. And then I walk into this hall and I have all this lovely family, and I look at them and say, I'm hurt, they walked out. And all of you love me so much, so you guide me the right way and you say, no. That's all that we need. And when you say this to me, no, you don't need to get hurt, it will set me thinking, really? Do I even have a choice not to get hurt? And you all collectively said, yes. And that's what spirituality does. That's what meditation does. Meditation means I become my best friend. And so when somebody walks out, I just pause for 30 seconds and I say to myself, I'm feeling bad, they walked out. And then my friend who lives here, connected to the one there, and takes advice from there, and then says to me, no, your feeling has nothing to do with them walking out. And it takes me 30 seconds to shift from hurt, disrespect, insult, shift to understanding they had a reason to be that way. Compassion, they needed to walk out, shift. 30 seconds. But that will only happen if I have created a beautiful relationship with myself and with him. We don't need anyone else. We don't need anyone else to whom I need to go out and say, you know what? They walked out of the hall. Shouldn't I feel bad? No, I don't need anyone else to go and ask. Why? Because each one of us already knows the right answer. There was not a single voice in the hall which said, yes, you should feel bad. Not a single voice. Why? Why not a single voice which said, yes, you should get hurt? Because each soul is a knowledgeful soul and each soul knows what is right. All that we have to do is use our knowledge, which we know what is right, just use it in our scene every day. But I will be able to do that only when I disconnect these two hands and I say, how I respond has nothing to do with my situation in life. And I stop using the words, obviously I'll create hurt, obviously I'll get irritated. I don't even say, obviously I'll get irritated. I say, they are irritating. Don't we say they are irritating? Imagine if I say, she's so irritating. Do you have any irritating people in your life? Do you have any irritating people in your life? Yes? So now when I say, she's so irritating, what have I just told my mind? She equals to irritation. Yes. And which means every time I'm with her, getting irritated is normal. Gana bach gaya. Because I said, she is irritating. And then I sit back with myself and I say, it's not about her. It's just that when she behaves that way, I create irritation. First step. Second step, is it possible that tomorrow I don't create irritation and I choose another way? Second thought. Third, my mind says, yes, you can. Fourth, I ask myself, why should I but? Why should I not get irritated when she doesn't behave the right way? What's your advice to me? Why should I not get irritated? Why should I not get irritated? Because I want peace. And that peace which I want is not going to come from, it's going to come when I use that sanskar of peace in every situation of my life. So is she irritating? Be very careful when you put labels on people. Because putting a label means I have given up the option of using another response. Let's remove a few labels that we have been putting on us. Irritating. How many irritating people in my life? How many irritating people in my life? No one. Chalo. Ek kaam khatam. This is how simple, no? Spirituality is so simple. And imagine people say, spirituality is so difficult, meditation is so difficult. Remove that label, difficult. Because when I put a label, it's so difficult, I don't even experiment. I don't even experiment because I've put a label, it's so difficult. It's so, it's so, it's so. Just saying the word makes me feel nice. Every thought is an energy, every word is an energy. Just the other day at a program, I have an angel with me here. We used the word busy. How many of you here in Vancouver use the word busy? Acha, busy? Busy or very busy? Very busy. Acha, acha, acha. Anybody very, very busy? It's just a word. Choose how low you want to go in your vibration. Busy, very busy, very, very busy. मरने की भी फुर्सत नहीं. Choice. Eric bhai, मरने की भी फुर्सत means I don't even have time to die. And that's a very common line today. You tell them, brother, come to meditate. Sister, मरने की भी फुर्सत नहीं है. I don't even have time to die. Belief system, programming, 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 programming. Busy. Every time we use the word, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. वो छोटे छोटे बच्चे बोलते हैं, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. Every time I use a low frequency word, I'm depleting spiritual power. I'm depleting spiritual power because I'm choosing a lower energy option. It's not about how much we are working. Some people could be doing nothing at home and say, boy, I'm very busy, I'm very busy. And someone could be working 16 hours a day and be very easy. Because busy and easy is only a vibration. It's not about how much we are working. Even if you're working 16 hours a day, just change the word from today. My little angel who I have, she's been with me for the last 1 week. And she started doing that for the last 3 days. And she's been working a lot. And now she's just started using a little different vocabulary. And I just told her, I said, sister, what's the schedule for tomorrow when we go to Vancouver? She said, Shivani, when I've been so free, so easy that I just did not see the schedule only. But what she was doing, which was such an inspiration for me, she's just not used that word since the last 4 days. She just deleted it. And it just is an inspiration. It's so easy to change. It's so easy to change. And just changing the vocabulary is making a difference in how I feel. And yet if I keep using the wrong words, it is manifesting into my destiny of having a turbulent energy, always hurried, not just here, body language changes, physical health get affected, people, relationships move away. I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. I don't have time for anybody. I don't have time for myself. I'm very प्यार से बोलो थोड़ा. I'm very easy. Choice. Every time it's a choice. The thought I create, the word I use is going to decide whether this spiritual battery is going to get depleted or whether it's going to get charged. If I'm busy, hurried, turbulent energy, chances of me getting irritated, higher. So every negative word is connected to the next negative word. And if I'm busy and hurried and then I get irritated and then somebody doesn't talk nicely to me, getting hurt is normal. It's a family which lives together. Lower vibrations is a family which lives together. And higher vibrations is a family which lives together. So if you're easy, relaxed, and then something doesn't go your way, responding with peace becomes easy. And then when you respond with peace, and the next scene, someone just walks out after looking at you, understanding them becomes easier. And in the next scene, someone you trusted completely betrays you. Betrays you. Something which you had never thought can ever happen to you in your relationship. Radiating blessings to them and good wishes becomes very, very simple because I've accumulated that energy on the journey of my life. And when I do that, I'm using my power to vibrate at the highest frequency even when I'm in the lowest situation of my life. And if I don't use my power, I can vibrate at the lowest frequency even in the best scene of my life. हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता? For many people today, life could be perfect. I met someone yesterday and he said, I have everything. I said, yeah, good. He said, no, I really have everything. I said, ठीक है. He said, everything is perfect in my life. Wealth, business, family, children. I have everything. I said, you're very fortunate. It's good karma that everything is perfect. Health is perfect. Family is perfect. Wealth is perfect. Everything is perfect. He said, but I'm not happy. No. And he was very concerned. And he said, how is it possible that I have everything perfect but I'm not happy? Is it possible? Is it possible? And he wanted the answer कि अब मैं क्या करूँ खुश रहने के लिए, because I have everything. And I believed if everything was perfect, then I will be happy. Everything is perfect, but I'm not happy. Why? Because being happy is not dependent on everything being perfect. Being happy depends on how I've been responding to every scene of my life. This glass is full. I'm going to keep it here. And I'm going to walk around this whole hall. Can I do it? Can I do it? Yes. And I'm going to stop and talk to each one of you. Can I do it? And can I come back to this stage in half an hour with the glass still full? Yes or no? Sure. 20 steps, 2,000 people, walking half an hour, so much to do. Can I come back with the glass full after half an hour? Anji? If I? What would I have to do to come back with the glass full? Because if I don't take care, the glass will be empty on the first step. That's one way of living. That it could just spill off on the first step. And if I take care, after an hour I can come back with the glass full. So what's that one little care that I have to take while I'm doing everything that I'm doing? And yet this glass should be full. What do I have to do for that? Priority. Priority in life. This glass full is here. I am a peaceful being. I am a happy being. I am a loveful being. I am a divine being. I am a powerful being. Glass full. This glass is full. All that I have to do is walk around throughout the day, do everything that I'm doing, meet everybody, with everybody, do everything, but take care. हो सकता है? Can I do it? Yes. Important is I have to put this as my first priority in life, which means now I'm going to start walking like this and I'm going to do everything that I'm doing, but my attention is going to be here. And if something comes on the way, the first thing that I'm going to take care of is class. That's all. That's all. Baby in the cradle and mother doing everything at home. Used to be a scene 20 years back. आजकल पता नहीं होता है कि नहीं होता. But होता तो था पहले. Baby in the cradle and the mother taking care of all the responsibilities of the house. Can she take care of the child while doing everything that she is doing? First priority, baby. So which means while she is doing everything, she only has to keep one attention. And if that baby starts crying, what does she have to do? 10 seconds withdraw, go to the baby. Where does that baby live? Where does that baby live? Yeah. Man mera bachcha hai. Do everything. They can only take care this baby. And if it starts crying, why did he walk out of the hall? It started crying. What do I have to do? 10 seconds withdraw. It's okay. They had to go. They were getting bored. Keep quiet. Finished. 10 seconds. This is meditation. Connecting to yourself, connecting to him, creating the right thought, healing the pain, back into action. But if I don't take out that 10 seconds, I will create a very deep programming here. They don't love me, they don't respect me, and that becomes the background music of my life. 10 seconds. So what's the first priority in our life? लेकिन अगर मैंने सोचा कि this glass is empty, and I have to walk around the whole day just so that this glass will be full, then I will not pay attention to the glass because I believe that the glass is empty, and who will fill it for me on the way? So I will stop at each one and say, please love me, please respect me, please understand me, please trust me. मतलब मेरा glass भरो. Please fill my glass. We thought that it's other people who are going to fill my glass. It's other people who are going to fill my glass. And so I actually went to everybody and I stood there and I said, please be nice to me. I want to be happy. Please be nice to me. And jitna I went, stood like that, my glass was getting empty. My glass was getting empty. Only one wrong programming. And then I just started learning meditation. And the first thought that I was taught was, glass is full. I said, Acha, glass is full? I thought purpose of my life is to fill the glass. That's what I thought. So purpose of my life is I have to do this to be happy. I have to have these relationships to experience love. I have to go here and there to experience peace. I thought my glass was empty and purpose of my life is to fill the glass. The truth is the glass is full. And the purpose of my life is to radiate peace, happiness, and love to everyone I meet on the way. Completely different programming. Completely different programming. So I don't want peace, I don't want love, I don't want happiness. I am a peaceful being. If we were not peaceful beings, you will not raise your hand and you will not say that tomorrow in that scene I can respond in a peaceful way. But because you said, yes, I can, it's because we have that sanskar. So glass full. Do I need love? Every morning, create this one thought, it's very useful. I need nothing from anyone. मुझे किसी से भी कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Because I want to shift from standing like this every day. Love me, trust me, approve of me, accept me, appreciate me, validate me. One way of living is like this, and one way of living is like this. Satyug, divine souls, golden age. Divine means Devi Devta, the one who gives, dene wala. Kalyug, the world is going through a shift. The world is going through a shift. And when I awaken my inner peace and my power to be at peace always, it's not only I will shift from this to this, the world will shift from this to this. And that's what we all want. We want the world to shift. We want the world to shift. We want the world to shift. Yes? We want all the pain, the suffering, everything to just disappear. We don't want anyone to fall ill. We don't want anyone to die at a young age. We don't want all this. We want a world where everyone is happy, united, harmony. We want that world. Now we have to create that world. But to shift from this to this, I have to fill myself here with the awareness, the right thought, I am a peaceful being. And second, I'm child of, and God is the ocean of peace, the ocean of love. If my parent is a millionaire, I can't go outside and say, $1 de do. I can't. But I do it when I forget whose child I am. I forget it. And I go out to the world and say, please, please give me. I forget whose child I am. And if I only remember this is who I am and this is whose child I am, I will start using all that I have. And when I start using what I have, then radiating it to everyone becomes a natural way of living. And then the sanskar of using peace will go into the automated way. Be ready. After 1 month, you are going to say, मैं क्या करूं? मेरे को गुस्सा नहीं आता. What do? I can't get angry. Do you want to shift to that stage? Yes. All that it reads, new way of driving the car. New way. That's it. Today we are saying, I can't be at peace. After 1 month, we are going to say, I can't get angry because I've started using the other song. But for a few days, to shift from this to this, I need to practice. When you shifted from driving in India to driving here, few days was a transition time. Thana transition time. And during that transition time, someone was teaching you to drive the new way. And that's what happens when I came to the Brahma Kumaris Center. Someone taught me the right way to think. And that was the meditation. That is what I learned when I came for the first time. Otherwise, I could have lived my entire life like this. And yet in that entire life, we are more focused on the friend and the scissor, but not on the sanskar, which is my permanent property. Kuch nahi jayega aur saath mein. Everything I've earned, everything I've studied, all the relationships I created, and everything I constructed, and this body, everything left behind. but I cannot leave my sanskars behind because that's recorded here. It's like a CD, out from this player into a new player. It's going to play the same song. So you may shift from a 100-year-old player into a 1-year-old player. Songs will be the same. And that's why children, someone can be very peaceful and someone can be a very... I was once in the market and there was this lady with a 2-year-old daughter, very beautiful angel, and I just looked at her and I did this. She gave me one patak. And I was like, 2 साल का बच्चा ऐसे कैसे करता है? How can she do this? And she just hit me like this in her little way, but she hit me. I just came out of that shop and I was on the escalator and there was this 80-year-old lady shouting at the person over there. And I said, now this 80-year-old lady, this soul will leave the body, go into there, and that child was fighting over there and hitting me. That's simple. Then why am I questioning कि 2 साल का बच्चा ऐसे कैसे कर सकता है? Because we look at the age of the body and think that the sanskar is anything to do with age. Sanskar is to do with the soul, not with the age of the body. So it's one investment. An investment of working on myself to change my sanskar is one investment which is not limited only to this lifetime. Benefit of that goes with me. Do I have time? Do I have time? Do I have time to learn meditation? Yes. Anyways, we are very easy. We have ample time. Just keep saying this from today. I have lot of time. Just say it. Just say it repeatedly. It's an affirmation. I have lot of time. I have lot of time. I have lot of time. And one affirmation is, I have no time. I have no time. I have no... It's a choice. But that choice is going to decide how you feel. So be very, very careful. I am, fill in the blank. Write it carefully over there. Because what we write is who we become. I am busy is who I will become. I am irritated is who I will become. I am aggressive is who I will become. I am weak is who I will become. For simple habits, we say, I cannot give up this habit. I cannot give up this thing that I'm drinking, I'm smoking, I'm eating the wrong food. I cannot give it up. And every time I say, I cannot give it up, so will my destiny be. And the other option is, I'm a powerful being. I am a powerful being. And I choose what to think, what to speak, what to eat, what to drink, how to behave. I choose. That's it. The mind, the brain, and the body will respond. So I am, put very carefully. And write only that, what you want to be. So what do we want to be? So I am peaceful being. What else do we want to be? Powerful. Never, ever, ever say, I am weak, I cannot do this. I met a brother on the flight the other day. He said, everything is perfect in my life, but I cannot give up alcohol. I said, Acha. I have tried, but I cannot do it. I said, oh. It's very difficult to give up. In 3 minutes, 8 times he said, ye nahi ho sakta. I cannot do it. It's very difficult. I've tried. I will not be able to do it. Other people can do it. I cannot do it. Destiny. Destiny. Choose carefully. Now, shift. Please teach him right way of thinking. I am. First, I am. I am a powerful being. I can do everything I choose to do. Hanji? Changing my sanskar is the easiest thing to do. I eat and drink only and only and only sattvic, what is healthy for me. 10 days. Habit change. Otherwise, many lifetimes, same habit. Same habit. It's a choice. It's a choice. And Brahma Kumaris and Raj Yoga meditation is a meditation which gives us the power to use the right sanskar. Because many times we say, oh, but there are so many meditation techniques in the world. How would I know which one is right to me? Every meditation technique is beautiful. It can just never be wrong because it's something which is healthy for the mind and for the body. But I have to choose what I want from my meditation. One meditation could be just for me to feel relaxed for 10 minutes. So I just sit, breathe in, breathe out, focus on my breath, relax, and I get very relaxed. One meditation. To experience relaxation for 15 minutes. And Raj Yoga meditation is to be relaxed throughout the day by creating a sanskar of relaxation. So there's a little difference. It's not for few minutes, for few hours, or a day retreat for few days. It is changing the sanskar. So Raj Yoga meditation is about transformation of sanskars because we firmly believe sanskar badlenge to sansar badal jayega. संस्कारों से ही संसार बनता है और अगर हम अपने संस्कार बदलेंगे तो हम एक नया संसार बनाएंगे. So we will all make a personal commitment today that we are going to give half an hour to ourselves daily. Yes? And what I'm going to do in that half an hour every day is what I will first come and learn. I need to learn it and then I need to do it. So like sister explained to us in the beginning and brother Eric shared with us at the beginning, we have meditation center in Vancouver, we have meditation center in Surrey, and we are going to start our meditation courses at every center. The website address is vancouver.brahmakumaris.ca. That's easy because you will get all the details of the address of the center and the meditation program, dates and time. But yet, for Surrey, it will be June 13th, Wednesday, 9 a.m. June 14th, Thursday in Punjabi. You want to learn meditation in Punjabi? It's so beautiful at the Brahma Kumaris. They will do everything to make things easy for you. Everything possible. Date, your choice. Time, your choice. Language, your choice. बस सीख लो सिर्फ एक बार. इससे ज़्यादा easy कुछ भी हो ही नहीं सकता. So in Punjabi on Thursday at 9 a.m. and Saturday morning 9 a.m. on June 16th. All this will be on the website. Vancouver, June 19th, Tuesday, 7 p.m. For those who morning is not comfortable, 7 p.m. June 25th, Monday, 7 p.m. हिंदी में जून 20th मॉर्निंग 10 a.m. पंजाबी में जून 21st मॉर्निंग 9 a.m. इससे ज़्यादा इजी जीवन में और कुछ नहीं हो सकता. All that we have to do is take out that time, which is also very easy once I realize that keeping my glass full is my first priority. 24 hours. Sunday 9 p.m. to tomorrow, Monday 9 p.m. 24 hours. Let people be their way. Let situations be what they are meant to be tomorrow. I respond with peace, understanding, and stability for 24 hours. Why? Because I am a peaceful, powerful being. And in the next 24 hours, I will get to know my own power. I will get to know what wealth I have, which I have not been using. And then tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, decide how you want your life to be. Because in these 24 hours, you will know the power which you have, which you are not using only because we were not aware that we have that power, only because we didn't know the glass is full. So let's sit back for 2 minutes, relax the body, and we will prepare ourselves for the next 24 hours. Meditation means preparing myself for how I'm going to be throughout the day. How I'm going to be throughout the day. While I'm going to do everything I have to do. Be is my choice. And as we prepare ourselves for the day, we're going to look at those typical patterns where we are going to change our response. And use our power and use our sanskar of peace. Each one is going to check their usual Monday morning and prepare yourself for a very different Monday tomorrow. A Monday where I'm easy. A Monday where I have lot of time. Where being at peace and understanding people is the normal way to be. It's my sanskar. I am a divine being. Divinity is who I am. I need nothing from people around me. Giving is my nature. I don't need them to understand me. I understand them. I accept them. It's my sanskar. It's who I am. It's natural for me. I know people are not going to be my way always. It's natural for them to be their way. I am a divine being. I respond with compassion. I respond with love. I respond with who I am. I am the child of the one who loves me unconditionally. He accepts me unconditionally, and I am able to do the same with everyone. I am His child. Next 24 hours, as I move out and walk out of this home, drive home, scan the next 24 hours, dinner with family, Monday morning, driving to work, scene after scene after scene. My first priority, how I'm thinking and feeling, the child within. Taking care of my mind, I now spend my next 24 hours. Top priority, peace, love, acceptance, first priority. And then I bring my being into everything I'm doing. The perfection within radiates out to create a beautiful world. As I drive home, I will spend my next 20 minutes in silence. Silence increases my power. I carry this vibration home with me to my family. I radiate this vibration to them and empower them. Next 20 minutes in silence as I drive home. I am a powerful being and I can do everything I choose to do. I choose to be silent for 20 minutes. I make my personal commitment to learn meditation and to start practicing it daily. It's my first responsibility. We will walk out of this hall like angels, in silence, radiating our vibrations, helping everyone to move ahead. This is our natural way of being, which will come out in the doing. And we will see, it's an experiment, how my inner peace changes the way things happen outside. We will walk out in absolute silence. And we will do that only when we are requested to do that. We will not, all of us will not get up together. First 5 rows. First 5 rows. Right on top. Right on top. Second, absolute silence. Angels फरिश्ते बनकर चलते हैं बाहर. bilkul silent. Those sitting in the second half of the hall can use the exit there. Behind that door, second half. Absolute silence, only 5 minutes is what it takes. But we conserve our energy as we walk out because we do what we choose to do. This increases my inner power. I teach my mind to follow my instructions. And as we walk out, we will get a very beautiful blessing card, which is different for each one of us. Next 5 lines. And prasad, which has been cooked by the sisters with a lot of love and in a state of meditation. High energy food. I am a peaceful being. This comes natural to me. This makes me comfortable. This makes people around me comfortable. We will drive home in silence, checking our typical patterns and choosing a different response. Next 5 lines. Next 5 lines.